Clearwater County is updating its Municipal Development Plan, and here's what you need to know. A Municipal Development Plan, or MDP, is a key statutory planning document, meaning it is adopted by bylaw, with policies that communicate the long-term desired land use for our community. It is a high-level blueprint that shows how our community is expected to change over time and the shape it will take in the future. Much like a blueprint that guides the construction of a house, an MDP is a collection of policies that act as an overall blueprint for future land use and physical changes in Clearwater County. It provides a long-term vision of the type of community the county residents and ratepayers desire. From there, policies focus on topics such as land use, protecting the natural environment, economic development, infrastructure, and community amenities and service, and provides direction on how to reach the vision. The MDP has an effect on economic considerations, such as the opportunity for commercial services to set up at locations where they can succeed, and space for local industries and businesses to provide employment opportunities. Social considerations, such as the ability of community members to interact on a regular basis, to access services, and the ability to meet the variety of needs within the community. Environmental considerations, such as the preservation of valued natural features and the impact of human activities on the natural environment, like contamination of lands, and preparedness for extreme weather-related events. Cultural considerations, such as setting aside space for recreational, artistic, and community gathering or assembly activities. And governance considerations, such as locations for critical services like fire and emergency response, water treatment and waste treatment plants, and the process for making decisions about the future use of land. Key attributes of a well-thought-out and prepared MDP include forward thinking of what the community wants to be like 20 or 30 years into the future. For example, a desire to have a healthier commercial land base. Clear communication of the desired physical layout of activities and features that will be accommodated within the community's land base. For example, intensive livestock operations, residential areas, and open space areas. Guidance on how to achieve the desired long-term vision, and the decisions that will need to be made to implement the direction contained in the MDP, such as land use bylaw designations and subdivision decisions. Consideration of the draw on community resources to supply the land use activities and form of development that the plan allows, and decisions and directions that reflect a high degree of community consensus that balances the interests of individuals and groups with the needs of the community at large. For example, finding space for affordable housing. The 2023 update on the MDP review. Clearwater County's current plan is 12 years old. In the past 12 years, there have been many changes in the county's demographics, employment, housing demand and pricing, agriculture, energy, and tourism sectors, and there will continue to be changes going into the future. The proposed plan is designed to provide best practices in land management and enable the community to grow in services and people while meeting the wide-ranging needs of residents and business owners. Clearwater County Council initiated the MDP review in 2019, with various community engagement initiatives taking place between 2020 and 2022. On February 21st, 2023, Clearwater County Council will be holding a public hearing prior to granting second and third readings of the new MDP bylaw. The proposed MDP is not meant to be a replacement document, rather it is intended to be an update to reflect current community trends and needs. Summary of proposed changes includes subdivisions. Maximum total of 3 titles per quarter section. Maximum of 15 acres can be used for subdivision for residential purposes, with minimal exceptions. Fragmented parcels will count towards the maximum of 2 titles per quarter section, but may be in excess of 15 acres. A 3-year trial period has been identified. Multi-lot subdivisions will continue to require an ASP or outline plan prior to approval. A multi-lot subdivision, defined within the MDP, is consisting of 4 or more lots, and they must be located within half a mile of a paved county or provincial road. Servicing standards for multi-lot subdivisions will be determined through the ASP or an outline plan process. Private recreational uses and private campgrounds. Policies have been modified to accommodate small-scale campgrounds and private recreation uses. Resource extraction. This will have a modified approval process to require a land use bylaw amendment to a direct control district prior to approval, to ensure the council is involved in the decision-making process. Goals for each section have been updated. New definitions are being introduced for some commonly used terms, including fragmentation and qualified professional. These definitions have been cross-referenced with the land use bylaw to ensure consistency. Alternative and renewable energy. Policies in support of development of alternative renewable energy are now being included, but not limited to wind turbines, solar panels, and geothermal. Future studies and land use bylaw amendments. The identification of future studies that the county may undertake, such as an agricultural master plan, economic development strategy, and short-term rental regulations. Future land use bylaw amendments are identified, including secondary suites and direct control district for resource extraction. And improved readability, with enhanced visuals, spelling, and grammar updates. Whether you agree or disagree with the proposed updated MDP, Council Administration want to hear from you at the public hearing on Tuesday, February 21st at 9 a.m. at the Lusapa Community Center in Rocky Mountain House.